Hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Sunday stream, chat. I told you I missed one stream this week. I told you we was going to do more streams. I was meant to stream yesterday. But, you know, stuff was still coming in the post and I was still testing. I almost did a stream today. I thought I broke my Switch. I thought I broke it. Yeah. That is hard when you're trying to, like, review tech. Usually we do first looks and stuff. When you're actually trying to give like a review, you have to like cover it from top to bottom, because if you're giving people like buying advice, I suppose I don't really want to give people buying advice, but just advice, you know. That's why I've been putting this off for weeks, so forgive me. Hope you all are all well. Welcome Sunday, chat. We haven't done Sunday stream in ages. What are the plans? We are going to be doing Switch content throughout the next week, maybe even all the way up until Christmas. You're gonna see this older boomer play Nintendo games, even though we've been playing Smash over the last couple of weeks. Just everything Nintendo over the next week, 2 weeks. I even see me play Pokemon. We've got giveaways going on, don't forget. We might even like have more giveaways going on throughout into Christmas. I'm not 100% sure. Giveaways, I pull out my hair trying to do giveaways, chat. That's why we haven't done one in a while, but we do a couple every year. So we got Switch games to give away as well. So for everyone that is interested, we're gonna have Switch games to give away as well. All right, big enough. I tweet it out, chat. I tweet it out. So if you could, don't forget to like, retweet, let everybody know we're live. I want to get into how are we gonna do this, chat? How are we gonna do this? I want to have a discussion about the Switch first, and then I want to go over games. I've got so much to say about it, and we could have done an unboxing, and and all that stuff. Hey, YouTube chat, okay? There's a still image, and use your imagination. Use your imagination. This isn't even all the games we got. Like, we got loads. There's like 15. Like, this is just what I've got hard copies of. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the accessories. I'm just pointing at this right here, okay? This might be the most important Switch accessory like on Earth. That right there. Might be the most important. If you got a Switch and you haven't got that, I don't want to say to you. All right, we're just gonna start from the beginning, chat. I'm like 450, 500 in at this point. It is an expensive console. Man, Nintendo tax does not play around, chat. If you don't know the meme about Nintendo tax, don't worry, I'll tell you. Let me make sure my volume ain't too loud. Feel free to ask me questions and stuff, because I know a few have said, oh, they've just purchased a Switch. Some of my community purchased a Switch because of Pokemon. So we're going to be going over like all kinds of stuff, and feel free to stop me so we can like discuss stuff, because I want to spend like 20-30 minutes discussing the Switch. And then how we break it out is we're going to cover some games today. A lot of them are ports. There's a lot of ports on this console, chat. Tomorrow will probably be indie games, and then going into Tuesday and Thursday we'll do first party. How does that sound? Sean, how you doing? Welcome, bro. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're well. Sean said to me the other day, chat, okay, exposing DMs. He goes, I might purchase a Switch, and it's your fault. I said, you should have waited for the video. All right, so I've had it a couple of weeks now. I've been playing it for like a week and a half, because I didn't have time first week I got in. I had to sort out capture stuff. Yeah, okay. First of all, let's talk about accessories. I feel like you probably have to get some accessories with it. Like I got the PDP case. Case is really nice. It's got like Louis Vuitton. It's got like the Mario design, but in the Louis Vuitton style. I've opened it. One thing I gotta say about the PDP cases, if you're buying this for your kids, like I was really annoyed. I don't know if this is my OCD coming through, or hold on, have I got a picture of it? Better picture of it. It's pretty nice. Like that's what it looks like there. But yeah, it's like I bought it because I just saw the internal redlining. I was like, oh my god. I watched a few YouTubers say stuff like, oh, I don't like some of these cases because they're so like they're immature and childish. I was like, what are you talking about? This I feel like Louis Vuitton. Hold on. Louis Vuitton. Why are we talking about Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton black clutch. Don't ask me why I know what a black clutch is, okay? My ladies in the chat, you know, okay? Hold on. Logo. Hold on. Okay, I was so proud, chat. I was like the most hyped thing. I wanted to get this case, and I was annoyed because it smells. Look, don't you think? See, it's got. I see how they did it. They did it like that. I was like, am I the only one that sees this? Nobody else saw this. Come on, nerds. Come on. Anyway. So yeah, I got that and it smells. Oh my days, I was so triggered. It smells like a chemical factory. I don't even want to put my Switch in it. I'm like emotional. I cried inside. It's like the cheapest thing here. Everything else costs so much. It just smells, chat. It just smells like you know, if you like it smells like plastic mixed with like, oh, they had to push the dye through like presses, so it's got that chemical dye smell. Like if you buy brown new jeans with a designer logo on there, this needs a wash. I can't wash this. But I'm just saying, like I'm probably never. It's probably gonna never leave my house. Remind me, because of portable, I've been playing differently. It's weird. I explain in a second. Anyway, but it's just something I can store my games in. But no, so basically, I'm airing it out now because it's still the nicest design case I feel, because it's like flexing your gamer nerd. So you know, don't buy simple cases, chat. Okay, flex the gamer nerds. Flex. So I'm airing it out before I can put my Switch in there. A case. Sorry. A screen protector. So I've been doing loads of research and everything. People are saying that the dock scratches the screen like crazy, and I feel like most people, it's weird because every YouTube video you see or like the official advert you see, they've got the Switch in front of their TV, and that would just annoy the hell out of me. How could you put the Switch dock in front of your TV? It's blocking your TV. So like normal people, either you're gonna put it behind your TV or you're gonna put it in your what they call it, cabinet, or like your video stand, right? So it's hard. It's gonna be hard to get the Switch in and out of the dock. And people are going like, there's two sharp edges here that can scratch your screen. So the first thing you need to do, I'm telling you this right now, chat. This is like a console you're gonna have for a long time. You know, after like it's done, it's like gonna be one of your Game Boy things that you want to keep alive forever. So the one thing you gotta make sure you keep alive forever is the screen. So get a screen protector. I got the case-based one, glass. Like it's 24 mil. Like it's probably, I did loads of research because I'm a nerd. I did loads of research on screen protectors because I hate screen protectors. I absolutely hate them. I hate having stuff on my screen, but it was too important. So I got a glass. It's very thin, yada yada. I want to do more testing with it. This picture was taken like a while ago, but like I have tested stuff. I want to do more testing with it for the feel, because the reason I don't like screen protectors is because I feel like they can mess up your touch inputs. So I've got Mario Maker, and I've been playing Mario Maker. That's like a game that uses a lot of touch. So I've been trying it without, and I'm gonna try it with it on. So I've been gingerly taking out out of the dock. I've been so careful, touching it. Like, you know, when you get a new gadget and it's really expensive, you're like cut it like it's a baby, chat. So careful. You know, 1 week later, I'm just gonna be chucking it. But like at the moment, that's like until I get the screen protector on it. So case, screen protector, I think this is a must. SD card, I got a 400. I got this on like sale. I think it's like 64, 65 now. Bucks, pounds, dollars, wherever you are. I got it for 50 on Black Friday. I got it before I got the Switch because I knew I was getting it. But yeah, this has like 32 gigabytes internal, and if you want to download all your games, I probably got like 40-50 gig on the SD card already. Like if you lot are buying this day one, you probably won't need the SD card day one. Obviously, streamer, I cover games, I get like review copies and everything, so we get a lot of games to cover. But depending on how many games you buy, when, like, but a month, 2 months later, you might need it. You will need it eventually, but like when. So you need an SD card. 400 gigabyte is the good price. 2 gigabyte at the moment. They usually go down to about 40, 50. So just keep an eye out for that price. Games we cover throughout the week. I can't really talk about them now, yada yada. The Switch itself, we gotta talk about this though. I feel like I gotta talk about the Switch before I talk about this. This is a piece of magic, chat. Like, I would say if you've got a Switch, this is something you have to buy. Like, there's no you don't, but you have to buy this. You have to buy this. Like, this is like, okay, so let's start talking about the Switch. All right, what do I think about the console? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like underpowered. Like, I don't like the Joy-Cons. I don't like them. I've got big man hands. My hands are so big. I poke myself in the eye when I'm just like stroking my beard. My hands are so big. Check. If I got big hands, it just doesn't work for me. I don't know how everybody said for the first year or two, oh, the Joy-Cons, they're so revolutionary. Oh, no, chat, okay. First of all, it hasn't got a D-pad, right? I thought that was what was gonna bug me the most. It actually doesn't bug me that much. These buttons here, the face buttons, I think they're too close together. Don't get me wrong, the Joy-Cons work perfectly well for a portable system. As your main gaming system that you're gonna sit down with, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't, like, the analog sticks are too short. They haven't got enough throw. These buttons are too together, and it hasn't really got a D-pad. The worst thing about these Joy-Cons is the L and R buttons. Like, I fix gadgets and everything as well, so I've seen like loads of switches being repaired because I'm a nerd. That's why I like to watch on YouTube. I know how these are soldered onto the board. These are the most fragile. Like, the shoulder buttons are fine. Like, the triggers, the ZL was, you know, the R2, R2, L2. Those are great. They feel great. The L and R buttons are like bad. I was playing FIFA with them. I was like, I'm gonna break these. And I totally understand, like, this big, like, everybody's going on about Joy-Con drift, yada yada. I understand why people say about Joy-Con drift now. I think everybody that talks about Joy-Con drift is using these as their main controller. Chat, if you're gonna use this as a home console and it's gonna stay on your dock, buy a controller. Buy either the official Nintendo controller or buy this thing here. I'll explain more about this thing here. So that was my only problem with the console. After the first week playing it, I was like, oh no, what have I done? I'm not really feeling this console. I was like 450 in at that point. I just don't know. Like, so I was playing it in portable and I was like, oh, this is great. On portable, it feels fantastic. As soon as I stuck it into the dock, stuck it to the back big TV, I just wasn't. And then I did some research about controllers and stuff, and I got this thing. And then once you hook up a proper controller to this, I was like, oh, this console's great. Like, I totally understand it. It totally makes sense now. So, yeah. So what is this? So these Joy-Cons are made for portable, I think. And, like, you know, like, you can, they come with this little dock, this little grip where you can turn them into full, or like you could play individually for party games. But if you want to do serious gaming, you want to play Zelda, you want to play Mario, you want to play 2D Mario, this doesn't work. Either you can buy the Switch Pro controller for like 50, 60, 70 bucks, right? Pounds, whatever. Or you can use third-party controllers. Here's where this comes in. This is called the Mayflash Magic NS, right? What it does, it lets you connect like your PlayStation 4, your Xbox, your Wii Pro controllers, anything that got Bluetooth out of the last generation and this generation. It will let you connect wirelessly or through hardwire because it's got a USB port there, and sync it and then use those controllers on your Switch. So yeah, it will let you hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, it will let you use those controllers on your Switch. Sorry, I go. Oh no, Windows don't update. What are you doing? Hold on. Oh my days, my. No. Let me catch out what they say. I got debated. You didn't really, but let me flexing with the Louis Vuitton Switch case. You got me dead. I rarely go shopping for expensive bags. What are you talking about like now? I know you do, okay? I know you do. The only reason I know about Louis Vuitton, I like know somebody who bought a Louis Vuitton bag, and then I was like, oh, that reminds me of the Louis Vuitton thing. Chai, I swear, that's like, you know, I don't like Louis Vuitton shopping. That's not what I do, Chai. That's not what I do. If that's what you do, that's how you spend your money. That's how you spend your money. But like, it's a bit. Okay, I'm not spending 400 pounds on a clutch. Okay, clutch is a small bag that women carry, like bag that you put, like wallet is like a woman or a man, whatever, carries a little wallet, and they call it a clutch. Anyway, back to this. So it lets you connect your DualShock 4, your Xbox controller, your Elite controllers, your Wii U Pro controller to the Switch. You plug it into Switch, you sync it, it's updated, yada yada. They just they update it all the time. They've just put an update that lets you connect the Xbox Elite 2 controller. So it's a little bit of a process to sync it up and everything, but it basically means if you've got a controller, like a good controller from one of these big manufacturers, right? You can use it on your Switch. So people will say, well, why don't you just buy the Switch Pro controller? The Switch Pro controller, like if you hear everybody talk about it, is like kind of bad because the D-pad's bad on it. So you could buy the Switch Pro controller, which costs about 70. Like the only problem is when you use, like, if you use your PlayStation controller, you won't have the NFC function, but not a lot of games use NFC. If you use your Xbox controller hasn't got motion. So certain games that have motion, you'll lose out on motion. So the controller that matches up with it perfectly is the DualShock 4. But again, like most, like, you know, hardcore gamers, air quotes, we don't really use motion control, so we try to avoid it. So other than like Zelda or Mario, there are games that are forced motion control. So if you've got DualShock 4 or Xbox One X, the Bluetooth version, the V2, because the V1 of the Xbox controllers were not Bluetooth. So you've got a V2 or a 360 or DualShock 3, you can hardwire plug them in. This is the most important accessory, and it's like 20 bucks, 17, 15 pound, whatever. It's so that's another reason you buy it. Pro controller costs 70, 60, depending on where you get on sale. This costs 20. If you've got one of these controllers already, use those controllers. If you haven't got one of these controllers already, then it's like a tougher choice. Maybe if you can get the Switch controller on sale, then maybe, and then like 8-bit they do controllers as well that are fully functioning like the Pro controller. I feel like I should do another full video on that, but like this is the most important thing about the console, and I think this is the worst thing about the console. Everything you heard about, oh, these are revolutionary, these are great, yada yada yada. No, they're not. For portable use, they are 100% fine. Do not get me wrong. For portable, they're fantastic. Like I played the portable and I was like, yeah, it's totally fine. But if I want to sit down and do like hardcore, I want to play Smash. I want to play Smash on these, or like Zelda, long session of Zelda. No, like in a pinch, they're fine. But yeah, I got this. I'm using the Xbox One S Gen 2 controller. It works perfect fine. Plays so much better. I was playing FIFA with it. Like I was like, oh, I wanted to get FIFA because I just wanted to see what the port plays like. And I was like, oh, this is horrible. And I don't like it. And then I used the like Xbox controller. And I was like, oh, this plays just like the PlayStation version. It's totally fine. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is the most important thing you should buy. Or unless, you know, you just want to throw money at the Switch and you just want to buy it, you haven't got one of these controllers already and you just want to you want to buy a Pro controller and you haven't got an Xbox controller or DualShock 4, yada yada yada. The card, case, screen protector. That's been my only issue with the Switch so far, is the controls. And there's like, oh, my other big issue with the Switch, the Wi-Fi is horrible. It's horrible. It's so bad. It's ridiculous. Like it's like basically it's got a 5 gigahertz band radio and it's got a 2.4 gigahertz band radio. The 2.4 gigahertz band radio, I can get like a maximum of 20 megabit download. On my 5 gigahertz, I can get like 60. Even that's slow because on my PS4, I can get like 100 something. So this is like what I said about the controllers, they actually function fine for portable gaming, and I totally understand. I will use them for portable gaming. If you're gonna sit at home in front of the TV, buy the Mayflash or buy a controller, the official controller, which is a bit expensive. So I would say buy the Mayflash and buy a DualShock 4 or yada yada, or you know, yeah, the Wi-Fi. There's no getting around it. There's zero getting around it. The Wi-Fi is terrible. is so bad. If you are gonna buy a Switch, make sure you buy the red box version. So this is the Switch V2. They've just released the Switch Lite. The Switch Lite is basically like you can't dock it, it's portable only, right? So if you want to use it as a home console and you want to use it as a portable, I would say get the big brother, get the normal Switch rather than get the Switch Lite. Because I think like that's the main, like I know I'm just going over the negatives, chat. We're gonna go over every single good point. I thought I'll get the negatives out of the way and then we'll go over the good points because I'm just gonna forget. There's loads of good points, chat, trust me. I'm just saying like these are the little niggles I've had because I've been testing it for like a week and a half, you know. So you gotta make sure you get the red box version. I know a lot of people are doing deals like on the white box version. The white box version is the Gen 1. So the reason you don't get the Gen 1 is because this has got the newer chipset where it's got improved battery life. Gen 1 has like 2.5, 3 hours max of gameplay, depending on what game you're playing. If you're playing like indie retro games, maybe you get 6, 7, 8 hours. But for like normal games, you're gonna get about 3 hours. Gen 2, you get 5 hours. I've been testing it like crazy. It drops like 20%, just under 20%, just over 20% an hour. So you get like 5 hours plus. And even with Gen 2, I'm like, this battery is not it's like it finishes just a little bit too quick because I'm just keeping an eye on the battery meter. I'm like, the battery ain't long enough. And I was thinking, dude, imagine if you had the Gen 1 and it finishes in 3 hours. But then after playing it for like a week and a half, I've never managed to make the battery run down. I spent like 2 days and I've not charged it. Because the reason is in handheld mode, like if you're a normal gamer, you ain't sitting down and hardcore doing a 5-hour session. Like I feel, you know, so that's why I say like 5 hours is probably not. If you're going on long ass trips and all that, maybe then 5 hours won't be enough when you get like portable battery banks and yada yada. But there's like loads of stories about how Nintendo scuffed the USB-C implementation, so you got to buy everything official because you can like brick your Switch and all that. So you probably got to do a bit of reading into that. So be careful when you buy like third-party chargers and all that. You got to go official because they don't follow the correct power delivery protocol. PDP for USB 3, so you got to get like official license stuff because they got the measurements right for the power voltage and everything. But yeah, so if you're gonna get it, make sure you get Gen 2. Gen 2 you can tell because it's got a red box. I don't know how people with Gen 1 with the white box, that battery's too short on that. Okay, so yeah, the Wi-Fi is a problem. So until we don't start testing online stuff, like, I won't know if that matters when we're playing online. A lot of people have said the Nintendo Online is kind of Like, a lot of people have said the Nintendo Online is kind of and you've got to pay $20 a month for it. Sorry, $20 a year. Whoo, $20 a month, that'd be $20 or pounds a year for it. So I've got a few games that are online focused, so we'll be able to fully test out the online. So when I say the Wi-Fi is bad, it's bad for downloading because it's slow. Because remember, I got like 300 meg internet and I can get max 60 meg down. So, but I don't know how it's going to perform for when we're playing multiplayer stuff. That's why everybody's saying, oh, you should probably get the Ethernet adapter. But my Wi-Fi, in this new property, my Wi-Fi router is not close to me. It's like a, you know, so I don't want to run cable. So I'm going to fully test it to say, I know the downloads are slow, but maybe it's going to be all right for, you know, just playing multiplayer stuff. So the Wi-Fi, the Joy-Con controllers. So if you get Gen 2, the battery is fine. When I initially got it, like the screen is 720p resolution, and I was getting real nitpicky. I was like, oh, this screen resolution is too low. I was like, I could see jaggies. Because you remember, I'm coming from like ex-PC gaming. I'm coming from PS4 Pro, you know, like graphic horror gaming, you know. After playing it for a couple of days, totally didn't notice it. After playing it for a couple of days, I totally twisted on it. I was like, so this console's kind of underpowered. The screen resolution's kind of low. The Joy-Cons are kind of and like the download's kind of slow. And then on top of that, you got Nintendo tax. If you don't know what Nintendo tax is everything on Nintendo consoles costs way more. Everything on Nintendo consoles way more. Chat, put it this way. FIFA 18 on PlayStation 4 Pro or Xbox One PC is like the old FIFA now. You could probably pick it up for about £8, right? FIFA 17 you could pick up for $2. $2. FIFA 17 on the Switch goes for $20. Goes for $20. Can you believe this? I almost pooped my pants. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a heart attack. This is gonna be the most expensive console in history to cover. The thing is, that's what they call Nintendo tax. And Nintendo recently made a statement. Somebody said, "Oh, are you going to do a price drop?" And they said, "Oh no, we're not going to do a price drop. They're going to hold our price." So that's bad and is a good thing, right? Because Nintendo games hold their value. You can buy Nintendo games. I reckon everything I bought here, because some stuff I got on a deal, right? Because Black Friday, Cyber Monday, yada yada. I reckon I can sell all this stuff and make profit, even though I opened it and used it and played with it. That's how much Nintendo stuff holds its value. You could probably play with it for 6 months and sell it, and it would still make you'd probably make a profit on it. You wouldn't lose out, depending on how much you paid for it originally. So, and so the Nintendo tax, like games on, like, because you know console games cost more anyway than PC games, right? But the same console game on Switch will cost more. Like if we look at Mega Drive Collection, right? You could probably pick it up for 15 on PlayStation. Is like 30 on Nintendo Switch. So when you're going in, you gotta know these things. Like, out of all those things, the Nintendo tax is like the hard one, because this is an expensive console to play, maintain, yada yada yada. Stuff is expensive and stuff holds its value. Do you know why? Now we're getting to the good bit. I swear, negative Nancy is done. I swear we're getting to the good bit now. Your console is great. The console is great. I can't stop buying games for it. I'm going mental. I haven't collected video games in a long time because I'm a peasant now, and like I'm moving houses all the time and I can't collect. I haven't got the space. Chat, I'm gonna go buy crap. I'm like, oh, what games are I gonna buy this game? Oh, I gotta buy. Chat, they've made it so collectible, is ridiculous. Like, the game cases are small, the cartridges are tiny. Oh my days. I understand why it's holding its value. So they did bad by the consumer to go, oh, we're not gonna drop the price of the console, yada yada, or anything. That's why their games hold value, yada yada. But I kind of understand why. You know, it's not really worth selling your Nintendo games. What's going on, Pro? Sorry, chat. I'm gonna answer all your questions because I'm gonna forget my train of thought. So this is also why I say don't go digital. Like, it's fun to go digital because I've gone digital with everything else, right? Because I don't want to collect that much anymore. But like the console, the games hold their value so much. I would say, unless you really offer convenience or you're made of money, go physical. If you're gonna buy Nintendo Switch games, go physical because they hold their value. They hold their value like crazy. So you might as well go physical, and they're super collectible. So yeah, that's the only thing that is going to be hard to swallow. So, saying all that now, that was the negatives. The positives, I'm really enjoying the console. Like, I am really, like, so much so, I'm going through my collection of games on my PlayStation and all that. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have bought this on PlayStation. Damn it, why did I get this on PlayStation? Like, there's certain games. Okay, so here's how we break it down. This is what we're going to do, the video content coverage and the games we're going to cover. If there's an indie game, I will never buy it on another console. I'm going to buy it on Switch. If there's a game that is not pushing graphics heavy, I'm never going to buy it on another console or PC. I'm buying it on Switch, even with the Switch tax, because it's changed my gaming habit. Like, do you know how I game? I game in my bedroom. I game in my streaming room. I game in my man cave, right? Ever since I got the Switch, I'm literally picking it up and going to sit with the family. I'm going to sit with the family because I'm just playing in my hand, like, and then talking to the family. Or, like a lot of you are going to say, oh, why'd you get FIFA, yada, yada. Like, I didn't want to play FIFA on the big screen no more. I was like, oh, I just don't want to boot up the big screen and it taking up my big telly. I'd rather watch something on YouTube, on Twitch, yada, yada. The thing is, if you've got this in your hand, I'm playing like certain games in my hand and I've got the TV on in the background. I'm like multitasking like crazy. I become a proper millennial. I'm like chewing through content. Like, it's insane. So it's just, and I'm not even leaving the house with it. So it's not like, oh, if you don't like playing handheld and portable, don't get this console. No, it's changed my gaming habit. Honestly, it's changed it. Like, I never realized that. I was like, oh, just get it because, you know, there's certain games I want to play, yada, yada. I didn't think of that. It's like the TV is free now. So, you know, I'll put a film on, put like Twitch on, watch something. So I got my laptop on doing something else. I got my TV on doing something else. And I'm gaming like in handheld. So if you're not worried about graphically intensive games, buy them on the Switch. If you're worried about graphically intensive games, or multiplayer stuff, don't buy it on the Switch. Like my fighting games, we're gonna probably cover on PlayStation because I said the Wi-Fi and the everything's better there. The controls are better. Game prices are a bit cheaper. But for indie games, I'm all gonna buy them on Switch. Or for games that are not indie, but at the same time, like the South Park Stick of Truth. We're gonna play in a second. Great game. It's not an indie game, AAA game. But at the same time, I don't need the big screen to play this game. See what I'm saying? Or like Mario Maker, or like even Pokemon. You know, but like Nintendo first party titles are a total different thing. Like they're like the best of the best. They feel great. They just take advantage of everything from the console, what I've experienced. First party games are another thing. The last day of our Switch stream next week, we're going to cover first party stuff because first party Nintendo games are their own beast. Like I totally understand why they're so expensive. I totally understand why they hold their value because they are just like a cut above. Because the problem at the moment is everybody's putting out ports on the console. And there's some people who are not, publishers who are not, but most of them are ports. And you're like, why should I play an inferior port on the Switch when I can play the better version on like, you know, PlayStation, whatever. But like we're gonna cover Crash Team Racing. Like I played Crash Team Racing. We covered it a couple of months ago, or when it came out on the PlayStation. I was like, oh yes, fine, this game's okay. And I was like, I didn't go back to it, and I haven't picked it up since. And I'm actually playing, and Activision gave us a code, we can cover it. And I'm playing it on the Switch all the time. And I was like, huh? But it looks inferior. It runs inferior, right? But I'm actually playing the game there because I can't bother to boot up my big screen and like to play Crash Team Racing. But it works perfectly on the handheld. So remember I was saying, oh, this is a 720p screen. Certain edges look jaggy, yada yada. No, it's an IPS screen. It's got good viewing angles. It's got good colors. The Gen 2 screen is a little bit warmer. So certain games stylistically just look fine. Some look great. Some look fine. So like, yeah, for that reason, it's kind of changed my gaming habit with a lot of stuff. So I reckon this is going to be my new indie console. Obviously, it's going to be my first party Nintendo console stuff, and certain games are exclusive to this. Like what we'll find out later, probably next week, certain strategy games, like certain devs are just not putting the effort in. It's really annoying because we got a copy of City Skylines and we'll cover it next week, but like spoiler, it's not a good port. And I'm like, oh, it would have fit so perfectly because I don't want to boot up I hate booting up my PC to play those kind of games, but there's nowhere else to play them, you know? So I was like, oh yeah, great, I'll enjoy it on Switch and all that. But like, I'm still enjoying it on Switch, but like the performance isn't there. The fact, I think it's like 40-50 million sold now, which is a great thing for Switch because developers can stop, you know, pulling their fingers out and like making like better ports, you know? Because it's weird. You know how everybody shits on Bethesda? Because Bethesda this gen has done some silly stuff, right? Bethesda is showing the Switch more love than anybody else on this console. The Bethesda is bringing over their first party titles and their ports are great. What the hell is going on? So like Bethesda is treating this console perfectly. So yeah, remember I told you, chat, I'm gonna start with negative, and you're like, oh no, what have I done? Like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand the Switch. I get where this fits in. Like, you know, I'm gonna be going over it like crazy and testing it again. Obviously, you have to buy it for first-party Nintendo titles, and I think first-party Nintendo titles are there now, where it's probably a must-buy because there's so many good first-party Nintendo titles. But again, all my indie games are gonna go on this. Any game that I'm gonna play that I'm not worried about graphics is probably also gonna go on this. What else? Ask me questions, chat, if I've missed anything. So so if you're gonna play this as a home console, get this Mayflash. If you already got one of those controllers, get SD card. Make sure you get this glass screen protector. Don't get the plastic ones. We're gonna go over games over the next 3-4 days. Don't forget we got giveaways going on. Anything else? Battery, Wi-Fi, Joy-Cons. What I didn't like about it, what I didn't like about it. But the only thing that is gonna be definitely hard to swallow though is gonna be an expensive console because the games hold their value. First party games hold their value. The console holds their value, its value. On a side note, that's probably a good thing for you, the consumer, because it means you can sell on your games and you probably wouldn't lose that much. Because here's the prime example: FIFA 20 is gonna get pooped on a lot. A lot of people are talking negative stuff about FIFA 20. Here's one thing the reviewer said. We're gonna get into this when we cover FIFA 20 in a couple of days. That's one of the reasons I got it. Everybody said it's like, you know, just exactly the same as last year's game. You know, why get it? Yada. Everybody's like, oh, get FIFA 19 because it's basically the same game. So I went on a price hunt. FIFA 19 holds its value, like its point. Like I was like, these reviewers haven't done their research. To say get FIFA 19 where it's only like $10 or £10 cheaper than FIFA 20, you might as well get FIFA 20, even though it's probably like it's not that good if you really want to play a FIFA game, because you could probably sell it on in like 6 months when you're done with it and it would hold its value better. So, you know, I'm gonna go through comments now. Ask me anything, chat. So yeah, in at the end of it, I actually like the console. Like all those negatives I've said doesn't really matter. Like the Wi-Fi being bad, yeah, downloads take a bit slow, but file sizes is not as big. We're not gonna get Red Dead Redemption 120 gigabyte game. Most games are like 5 to 15 to 20 gig. Like the biggest game I've installed is like 15 gig. So you know it takes a couple of hours to install, but games ain't that big. So yeah, the Joy-Cons. You have to get another controller if you're gonna play as your main home console. This, like, there's no getting around. These are absolutely fine for portable. They're not fine for home console. Like sit down on your couch and like go in. I feel like I'll break them. I know why people are saying Joy-Con drift. Like I'm not to point fingers. Like if you're saying I've got Joy-Con drift, you're probably using this as your main controller. You should have noticed within 5 minutes of playing this. These are not meant to be your main controller. You know. And like kind of shame on Nintendo as well, because these are not, I don't know, maybe throw a pro controller into the box, because these are no way adequate as your main ooh, what did I expose there? Alright, we're safe. Wait, are we? Am I turning toxic? Oh, that's a video. Alright, yeah. But yeah, after playing it, the screen is totally fine. 720p works for it. These work just fine for portable. The battery's okay. The Wi-Fi. Oh, so it's got a Nintendo online subscription. This is the big change this generation with Nintendo games. To play online games, you need to buy an online subscription, like PS4 and Xbox. Where PS4 and Xbox every month you get a new game. Nintendo hasn't got, like, we release a new game that you can get for free subscription service, but they have got their classics. They got like an app where you could play classic Nintendo games and classic Super Nintendo games, and they're always like adding into that. And I was like, oh, that's not enough, yada yada. It's actually great. I know you're only playing emulated games. I love it. The only thing is, like, I heard the online performance ain't as good, but there's only a few online games at the moment. But just remember, like, it's like half the price of its competitors, and you get half the stuff for it, and it's half the performance as well. Yeah, so that's the only other thing I can think of. I've been testing it like crazy, chat. I've been like checking every little single thing. Like the last thing is about the screen protector. I just want to fully go over, like, I'm gonna like make levels in Mario Maker without the screen protector and then put it on and see if it's worth it. If any of you want links to anything I purchased here, like, let me know and I'll put them, like, link them to like which one I got, yada yada. But in total, like, would I use this as my main console? Here's the hard question. Like, let's say I was a PC gamer. What's going on, Cobra? Welcome back to the stream. If I was a PC gamer, I would seriously have. Remember, I was talking a lot of shit, chat. I was talking a lot of shit. Remember? I might seriously consider making this my main console. Like, I'm like, the older I get, I'm not really a graphics whore anymore. So I would use PC as my, because look, if like, what's the only reason I play my Xbox for? Forza, it's on PC. All my fighting games that we play on PlayStation are on PC. Like the PlayStation exclusives, they're okay. I'll be honest with you, I kind of live without them, and most of them are coming to PC now anyway. So then you're like, okay, if I've got a PC, is there really any need to get an Xbox or a PlayStation? Honestly, if you don't like their first party exclusives, no, not really. So then, is there any need to get a Nintendo Switch? But Nintendo's played it smart. None of their first party titles are on anything else. So you want to play Nintendo games, you have to get a Switch. Already, that's your main reason to get it. Secondly, like I said about indie titles, or titles that ain't graphically intensive, there's no point playing them on the Xbox or PlayStation because they're not pushing the console, right? So whatever. So you might as well play them on the Switch. And then indie games. I got indie games on Steam. Am I booting up Steam just playing the game? Not really, chat. Like when I'm not working, I don't want to boot up the PC because I just want to relax, put my feet up, you know. So like I can totally see, I can understand like why you would have this as your main console. But again, if you're like graphics whore, if you haven't got a powerful PC or even half decent PC, then I wouldn't. Like if you've got a PC already, I can totally understand the justification of making this your main console, because Nintendo games you can't get anywhere else. This is great for indies, for portable. If you want to take it on the go, you want to play it in bed, you know, you travel a lot, yada yada. Like it's a perfect fit. If anything, now that I've played this and I fully understand it, I'm surprised that Xbox and PlayStation is coming out with their next gen consoles and they haven't integrated this function. It's crazy. Like it works so well. I'm kind of shocked that PlayStation 5 and Xbox is not going to integrate this. Like it just kind of shows you how badly PlayStation failed with the PlayStation Vita, because this was a PlayStation Vita, right? It kind of works almost the same, right? Like you could buy your games on PlayStation 4, some of them were Vita compatible, so you pay for it once, play it on both, yada yada, you know, but they just didn't fully execute on it. Nintendo went all the way. Like there's just one console for like the same game you could play portably. Remember, Pokemon games was only on portables. It was on 3DS, DS, Game Boy. It's the same game that you put in docked mode, it performs better, and then you take it portable. It's the same game. So, you know, it's just that the console is underpowered to do that big stuff. But these lot are totally going on their own thing. And now everybody's saying, oh, there might be a Switch Pro that comes out next year, yada yada. And some people are saying, oh, it might be like, you know how we had the Switch Lite, which you couldn't dock. It's just the portable version. So you can have the normal Switch, and then you have the Switch Lite, which is just portable. And they say the Switch Pro, air quotes, may just be like the one that stays at home. If I was gonna have a Nintendo console that was just gonna stay under my TV, I don't think I would buy it. Like half of the Switch. That's why I don't get why people buy a Switch Lite. Like this is like half the fun. If I don't really want to play in portable mode anymore. These kind of Joy-Cons are kind of jank. I want to play on my big TV. Let's play some Smash on my big TV. Pull out my proper controller. But you know, do it like it. So yeah, it has its weaknesses 100%. Like I've gone over for the last 20 minutes we've been talking, but it has its strengths, and I can kind of see why. Talking as a content creator, this is gonna be a hard thing to cover. I'm gonna go bankrupt covering this. We're a smaller channel. We get given a lot of review codes and everything, so we can check out games. If I was to buy like everything first party Nintendo, it's not even like you wait a couple of months and you know, you just get it, it's cheaper. No, they'd probably be more expensive. Every Nintendo game, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Every Nintendo game that is even been out for 2 years is gone up in price. Can you believe this? I was looking at Zelda. It was going for like 38, 39 bucks, dollars, wherever you are, right? Soon as Black Friday sales finished, it went up to 45. Leading up to Christmas. No other console does that. Everything drops in price. This goes up in price. So people who collect for this totally understand it. Like maybe they're chivalrous. No, wait, that's not the right word I'm looking for. What much? No, what? Brain doesn't work. Anyway, like, yeah, that's the only thing. Like, I'm probably gonna watch out for as a content creator. You would probably have to watch out for as a consumer buying. Like, even with all its negatives and its downsides, it's a bit expensive. So you might as well start off buying games that you're gonna get the most playtime out of. Like, I haven't booted up FIFA 19 since we covered it last year. I played more FIFA 20, the inferior port, on Switch, even though it's an inferior port, because I just don't want to boot up. I've been playing FIFA for years and years and years. I don't want to boot up my big TV just to play manager mode. All right, now questions. I'm sorry, I was gonna get sidetracked and I was gonna forget. Is there anything I also wanted to show off? I showed off the May Flash. I showed off the case. I talked about the SanDisk. SanDisk the 400 one. Like for price to gigabyte, whatever, this is probably the one you should be getting. You shouldn't be getting the 200 or the 100. Oh, it's gone back down to 43. Wait, what? Is that real? I don't want to click on it because it exposes postcodes. But like, there's a 512 gig one, but I think it's like 12, 15 over. So for price to gig, it doesn't make sense. So I would totally invest in the 400. So if there was two things I was gonna buy, I would do the SD card and I would buy the Mayflash Magic NS. That would be my two things. If you're never gonna play as a home console and you're never gonna play as docked, then I can understand why you won't. But if you're gonna play anything like hardcore games, Zelda, like, you know, Mario, FIFA, or like Smash, this has a thing in it where it comes with a USB-C to USB, so you can literally plug this. Like, let's say you're away in a hotel or something, you can plug this in to the USB-C port at the bottom because it comes with a dongle. So even if you want to take it on the go, and you hate the Joy-Con so much and you just want to put this on as a stand, but yeah, it totally has its place. I totally get it. I wish the screen resolution was a little bit higher. I definitely wish the Wi-Fi was better. You know, I wish it was a little bit cheaper, but that's kind of like the good and the bad with Nintendo stuff, right? They know what they've got is so good, their first party stuff. This is what you have to go in with, right? And like, oh, one last thing. I know, one last negative. The console's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's like 400 grams, 300 grams, 400 grams. It's like 400 grams. I've been playing it in bed. You know how many times it's hit my face? You know that meme, right? When you're looking at your phone, you're looking at your phone in your bed and you go, black, crack your phone in your face. I've cracked my Switch in my face a couple of times. It's heavy. 400 is too heavy. Like, so it's weird. It's like not powerful enough to fully be a home console. It's not really light enough to be a fully portable. Is it a halfway house between both things? But it still works. It still works. You know, I'm gonna use it for my indie stuff. I'm gonna use it for anything that isn't graphically intensive. Even graphically intensive stuff, I'm thinking to myself every single time now. I'm like, am I really gonna want to play this on a big screen? Do I want to play South Park on a big screen? Am I gonna really want to play my RPGs that are long, that I want to do grind fest sessions on a big screen? Really, I can have Hearthstone on my laptop. I can be watching Twitch on my big TV, and I can have the Switch in my hand. You know? So, like, as I go through this more over the next couple of weeks, I might have more positive, I might have more negatives. This is like my first experience with it, going over it for the last couple of weeks, you know. And I know a lot of people have purchased it because of Pokemon, and like, this is the year it's picked up like crazy. I just thought I'd just give you some of my thoughts on what we're gonna do over the next couple of days. Now we're gonna go over the games, we're gonna go over ports, we're gonna go over indies, we're gonna go over first party. You can understand, like, you know, what is out there. We're also gonna be playing demos, chat. That's right. Pro Streamer is gonna be covering demos because I'm broke. I just spent all my money on this stuff. We're gonna be playing one or two demos that I think you should probably consider. The Pro Streamer has a bull because I'm saving my money for Zelda and Smash. Anybody want to swap seats with me? All right, now okay. Now I'm gonna look at chat. I got debated. I rarely go show. So now you understand, Sean, why I said like you should probably watch the video first. Does that make sense? Long cable. You want to play Smash? Do you have a Switch Online? I haven't got Switch Online yet, but okay. I'm gonna give you one tip. So Tetris 99 goes for about 19 to 20 bucks. Buy Tetris 99 for 19 to 20 bucks. Switch Online costs 20 bucks. If you buy it from like a third party seller, like CD Keys or something, you can pick it up for 15. For 20, this comes with 1 year's worth of Switch Online, and it comes with the DLC for Tetris 99. Tetris 99 is free if you get Switch Online, but it doesn't come with the DLC. So for basically for the same price, or if you want to buy Switch Online from like an online shop, for the same price, or for $5, pounds, dollars, euros, Australian bucks, whatever more, you can basically get the DLC for Tetris 99 and Switch Online and a hard copy of Tetris 99. Remember what I told you, chat, about this is like a very collectible console and games hold its value? I guarantee you I could probably sell this for like 10. And then Switch Online will be like half the price. I'm not going to sell it though because it just feels collectible. There's something nostalgic about having a Tetris game on a Nintendo console that is portable basically. Because, you know, I still got my original Tetris and my Game Boy. So, and then I bought the limited edition of Mario Maker. I basically bought this console for Mario Maker, chat. I'm just saying. I bought the limited edition for Mario Maker because the limited edition is the like five more, and you can get 1 year online with it as well. Now I'm answering questions. All right, that was kind of answering questions. All right, hold on. Hey, all hate reasons I gave up consoles. Still there then. Yeah. Which is marginally annoying as I just got one. Wait, he said BRB. I want to hear his opinions at the end. Do you have Switch Online already? If yes, we could play Mario Maker 2 together. Take off your glasses, then resolution will look fine. You're right. But I'm old though, so my eyes are already screwed. What's going on, Light? How you doing, bro? Hope things are well. Let me see. I still don't have online yet, but sick. Haven't had the chance. Okay. Well, that's my tips for you, pro. You might as well. You could pick this up for 19. So get Tetris 99 hard copy. That's my tip for you. I just got one. Going to admit it's probably just for Pokemon and Smash. If I don't have another controller, what's a good controller to get for it? That's a good question. Is he back yet? Because I want to answer this question. Pro controller. No, don't get a pro controller. Don't get the pro controller. I've not even unboxed it yet. LOL. What's going on, Cobra? How's things? Just dropped all the links in Discord, mate. Yes, just drop all the links in Discord. All right, I'll do it for you. I'll set that up. Forza Horizon 4 is getting 72 car BR mode, by the way. Yeah, I've been trying to download it. I don't like it. Wasn't they said it was gonna go live last week, and I was checking. I was like, gives me a perfect reason to go back to Forza. I guess you heard about all the drama about Capcom Cup. Yeah, we was talking about it in Discord. Somewhere. Where's Discord? We was talking about it like there. It's crazy. I watched the video where the guy just walked off. Like he was like, no, this is too laggy. It was embarrassing. There was a Pokemon game on GameCube. Wait, wasn't that a stadium game? It wasn't a traditional Pokemon game. Oh, okay. Saved. Whew. Giving out false information. You know what I mean though, right? Like traditional style. It wasn't okay. BRB Babs. I was a gym rat. Also, Babs 400 grams is too. No. I mean, it's too heavy for like if you want to lie down and you want to hold it up. It's just a little bit too heavy for like, you know, if you want to hold it hours on end. So I'm like leaning on my side because it's crashing into my face and my arms are puny now. Leave me alone. Wait, what's this? Emote? Haha point. Oh, okay. I got a Switch Online for 10 together with Mario Maker 2. Good deal. BRB back. Oh, so Shun, you was asking what controller to get. This is like kind of a hard question, right? So everybody's saying the Switch Pro controller, the controller that was officially made for this console, is kind of garbage because the D-pad's garbage, everybody's saying. So everybody's looking at third-party controllers. I couldn't understand it. I didn't have a Switch last year. And it was like, oh, what controller? I was like, oh, they nuts. Switch has a Pro controller. And after doing some research, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of understand like why they're saying that now. The only reason you get a Switch Pro controller, it has all the functionality in. Like you can get this Mayflash adapter and you can get like a DualShock 4 or Xbox Bluetooth controller. But the thing is, if you get an Xbox Bluetooth controller, then you miss out on motion controls. If you get a DualShock 4 to pair up with the Mayflash, then you miss out on the NFC reader. See, like there's an NFC, like near field communication reader near. You know that like the games to life model where like, you know, you have toys and they go into your game. But the thing is, that's fine though. If you want to use the NFC, you're not gonna dash away your Joy-Cons, right? You're still gonna use these whenever you're playing portable or you're away when you work. This is the primary controller you're gonna take with you. So, but if you're sitting at home, then yeah, I would get this. Is a hard one because there's 1 or 2 games that you need motion controls with. You just can't play them without motion controls. Basically, 2 of the best games on the system need motion controls for some of the features, which is Zelda and Super Mario Odyssey. So I would say in that sense, get the DualShock 4. The problem is I think the Xbox One controller version 2 is a fantastic controller. It's so good, but you would miss out on the motion controls then. And the Xbox One controller functions better with PC games because everything just recognizes it. It's kind of a hard choice. I don't think I would recommend the Nintendo Pro controller because if you want the NFC, you just pull out your Joy-Cons, you know, and then you get this for 20. And then, like, even if you get this for 20 and you get like an Xbox controller or a DualShock 4, which you could pick up for about 30 or 40, it still works out cheaper than the Pro controller, Nintendo Pro controller, because Nintendo tax. So like, and then, so talking about this May Flash, everything works perfectly, but there is like one or two bits of jank. Like I've talked about everything else. We might as well talk about the tiny other things. There's like some silly design choices on the Nintendo Switch. You know what? Let's boot up Nintendo Switch. Hold on. Let me boot up Nintendo Switch. Like a professional broadcaster. Hold on. There's some jank. Let me turn this off. We go here. All right, chat. Can you see this? Nintendo Switch. There's some. Wait, can you see this? Can you see this just now? Tell me if you can see the shot. You see the capture? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Basically, this is a souped-up Android tablet, right? This is a souped-up Android tablet, so it's got certain things that are really weird. The way they've done the console, this is the first console I've seen in history. They've made it where you can't fully turn off the console. You can, I'll explain how, but they've made it where, so basically if I hold down the power button, all it's got is a sleep mode. It hasn't got a shutdown mode. So basically they want you, like, you know how everybody said was great about the DS and everything, right? Once you're done gaming, you just close the screen and it pauses the game wherever you are, and then you just boot it back up. It's the same principle with this. Like, they want you to put it into sleep. They don't want you to shut it down. And then you just press your Joy-Cons, like if you've got your Joy-Cons disconnected and in its little dock crate or whatever, you just press one of the Joy-Cons buttons and it wakes up, right? You can just put it to sleep because I'm an idiot. Professional broadcaster. Yeah! All right, let me wake it up. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm professional chat. Okay. Like one thing that you have to remember with Nintendo. No, listen. I got an excuse. What you have to remember with Nintendo consoles, the A and B and X and Y are backwards compared to everything else. So you know how you like press A to back out of any other console is backwards. It's backwards. What's going on, Star Coins? Hope you well. Hold on. I'm gonna like forget my train of thought. Then I'll answer questions. So yeah, like the only way to fully shut off the console, because I'm cheap and every little bit of power counts, you have to get up. I know, chat, this is crazy, right? You have to get up. Get up. There's a power button on the Switch. You have to hold it down for like 5 seconds, and then another menu is gonna come up and it's gonna say restart or shut down. So then that's the only way you can shut down the console. So they kind of want you to put it into sleep all the time. Thing is, I've had it in sleep. I've only restarted it like twice. It probably maybe drains like 1% battery, like when it's in sleep mode, so it's totally fine. But here's where the little bit of jank comes in with the May Flash. Because it's not an officially licensed product, right? It's not an officially licensed product. This is what I've been testing stuff with. Like, you can't wake the console up from sleep if you've got like an Xbox or a DualShock controller connected, yada yada. You basically have to use, see why I'm saying a little bit of jank comes in now? You have to use the power button on your Joy-Cons to wake up the console, and then like boot up your like Bluetooth. So it's like Bluetooth jank, you know, Bluetooth jank. Like you have to do that. So you have to turn it on with these. Once it's woke up in the main menu, then you power up your like Xbox controller or your DualShock, yada yada. But it's 100% worth it, because I'm using the air quotes for hardcore gamer. I'm not trying to meme and like, you know, Hold on. What do I do here? Hold on. Like, you know, I'm trying to like meme and be that guy, like, oh, hardcore gamer. But no, if you're used to like controllers and you want more control and feel and motion, you're gonna need a traditional controller. And the premium for the pro controller is too much. So you're better off investing in this and investing in one of those two controllers I said, dealing with a little bit of junk, because if you use the DualShock 4 or use the Xbox controller, you can use it for other things. Like if you're a PC gamer, like Shun, you are, right? Honestly, you probably should have an Xbox controller because there's certain driving games and yada yada that you just don't want to use a mouse and keyboard. You could do the same thing with the DualShock. The problem with the DualShock is if you connect it to PC, again, you're going to have that little bit of jank because like everything doesn't fully support the DualShock 4, right? Does that make sense? I'm fluffing this so badly. Where is this? So this is why I delayed the stream yesterday, because I was testing a lot of this. So but the thing is, I think it works so much better. I'm willing to deal with all that junk. That's how much better it is. Like FIFA was a different game. I was like, oh shit, this port of FIFA on this console is terrible. This is bad. I'm ready to shit all over this. And then I played it with my Xbox controller, and I was like, oh, this is the same game. It plays exactly the same. That's how much of a difference it makes. So yeah, it's kind of a hard question that you need to ask yourself. Like for me, it doesn't matter because I own an Xbox and I own a PlayStation. So I got a DualShock 4 here and I got an Xbox. I got two Xbox One controllers. The only thing I have annoyances for me, like it'll probably be for everybody else who's got a PlayStation controller. Once you sync your controller up to the Mayflash and you're playing it with your Switch, if you want to then use your DualShock or your Xbox controller back with your PlayStation or your Xbox, you got to resync it with your PlayStation or your Xbox. So like I said, it's just like Bluetooth sync jankiness. Does that make sense? Because I got a few spare controllers laying around. But I don't know if I can wholeheartedly say buy a pro controller just for this one console. And even then, it's probably not the best controller. People like hardcore Nintendo fans are saying, so this works with the Xbox One Gen 2 controller. It works with the DualShock 4. It works with the Wii U Pro controller. You know what the hardcore Nintendo fans are saying? The Wii U Pro controller is one of the best controllers ever made. They're buying it, this Mayflash, just so they can use the Wii U Pro controller on this. But the problem with the Wii U Pro controller is the same problem with the Xbox controller. It doesn't have motion controls. So in a perfect world, the DualShock 4 matches up perfectly with this. You lose the NFC. Not many games use the NFC, so you just use your Joy-Cons when you want to use NFC. And then you use the DualShock 4 because it's got the motion controls and everything. But then when you connect the DualShock 4 up to your PC, it does work. It does work with Steam and everything, but you might have a little bit of jank. But this is like an all-functioning device. This isn't just for the Switch. You can connect this up to your PC, and then all these controllers that you've Bluetooth synced with this device, you can then play them on PC. This also works with Android. This also works with the PS Classic. This also works with the Neo Geo, and this also works with the PS3. This shouldn't even be a Switch review. This should be a Mayflash review. I literally got it home and I updated last night, and they launched an update for this device. This product came out 2 years ago. They updated it yesterday so you can use the Elite 2 controller. Me, like a cheeky bugger, phoned up Microsoft. That's how it's called, Microsoft. You know your boy Pro Streamer. You love your boy Pro Streamer, right? You know the $150 controller you got? Yeah, send me one, please. I want to use it. There's an oh shit, you should ask us first, man. We just like, it's Christmas, so we just all out. We get what we want next year. Because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go OTT, I'm gonna go OTT. Because like this has so much function. So like this is just the investment in itself for 17. But then yeah, you need to decide what control. If you haven't got any of these controllers laying around already, then you have to make that decision. If you want full functionality, I would say the DualShock 4, and then you just lose out on NFC. But there's a game we're going to be covering later on today. Remember I told you about Nintendo tax? Ubisoft games do not have Nintendo tax on Nintendo Switch. So there's certain third-party publishers like, nope, our games cost this much on this console and they're going to cost this much on Nintendo also. If you've got kids, we're going to play a game in a second that is probably going to be good for your kids. But this is like 10 or 15 bucks. Starlink is called, and it comes with like the Toy to Life set. So if you want, you know, you got the wife there and she's gonna say, you son of a gun, you spent all our kids' college money on the Nintendo Switch, you just buy Starlink. Okay, it's like 15. You know, the wife won't be mad at you because you just let your kids play with Starlink. Like, just, you know, cringe whenever they're touching it, make sure they don't break the thing. And because because it's a good game. We're gonna check out later, and it's got like it comes with a few toys for NFC. Smart, ain't it, right? Smart chat, right? That's why we're gonna be checking out Mario and Sonic at the Olympics 2020. I love the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I know shit. I'm not joking. We still play it in my house whenever the family comes around. Me, my nieces, nephews, my sister, we just go in on it. So I got the new version and I've got it and I'm gonna cover it. And it's my justification in my brain. I'm like, no. When the family comes around this year for Christmas, I'm gonna say, no. This is my new toy. They're gonna say, you crazy? You spent 450 on it. I'm like, no. We got the new Mario and Sonic at the Olympic. Look. And then all the family's gonna gather around chat. They're gonna look at me and say, you brought the family together. We're all laughing and joking. I'm probably fine because of this game, so I'm gonna be the hero, chat. Okay, I had a dream about this last time. Don't piss on my dream. Okay, so yeah, I'm just if you want to play smart chat, you do Tetris 99 or you do Starlink or you do Sonic Olympic Games. I'm just saying, if you type in ! giveaway, because we might have one of those games that I just talked about to do as a giveaway. I'm just saying. Calm down. ! giveaway. ! giveaway in the chat. All right, can we? All right. Okay. So I got a Switch online for 10 together. BRB back. So I tuned in late and I'm sure I just missed it. What's the device to the right of the SD card? Oh, so we just talked about that. Dark Queens. What's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope life is treating you well. So yeah, this is a May Flash Magic NS review. This isn't a Switch review, chat. I was not paid for none of this. Oh, wait, some of the game. That's what it is there. May Flash Magic NS. They got a couple of versions. You got to make sure you get there's the May Flash Magic S, which is the PlayStation 4 version. They've got a May Flash Magic S Pro. Sorry, they got a May Flash Magic S, which is the PS3 version. They got a May Flash Magic. Oh, no. They got a May Flash Magic S, which is basically just the PS4 version. They got a May Flash Magic NS Nintendo Switch, which is basically the Nintendo Switch version. And then they got a May Flash Magic S Pro, which is the latest version, which works on everything. The thing is, you can only get it from certain places because it's kind of new. So if you just want to use this on the Switch, I would get the May Flash Magic NS. Okay? And 8-Bit do a version. They've got a version that does something similar to this. The reason this is better, this has got a USB port onto the back of it, so you can hardwire all your controllers. Like you can, like you put your fight sticks and everything into this. This is such a good gadget. Yeah, it's so good. All right. Anyway, let me. All right. What else do I? You think that's heavy? I've dropped a Wii U gamepad on my face. Felt like a anvil. Bro, I'm just saying. Okay, I almost cracked my teeth. I'm like, oh, this is a little bit heavy, man. My arms. But it's only because I've been playing it in bed a lot. Yep, can see it. Nice, bro. Hold on. Odd. Maybe that's a region option. Mine has the option to power off and restart in there as well. No. That's not. You can double check it. The only way you can power off and restart is if you hold the power button. You cannot hold the home button. I'm talking about what I held there was the home button on the Joy-Con. The only way to bring up that menu is to hold the power button on the Switch, which is just annoying. And everybody talks about it on all the forums going, Nintendo, just add this function. We're lazy, okay? Just add the function. If you hold the home button down, it gives you the power off option. But then if you power it off, here's where another jank comes in. So let's say you hold the home button to power off your console because, you know, you're old like me and you got to save on the pennies, okay? Because you want to fully power it off and you want it fully charged when you wake up the next morning. If you power it off like you would a tablet, right? Hold the button down that is here, power it off. You cannot then turn it back on from the Joy-Cons. So you know how you you can fully power off your PlayStation or your Xbox and then you press the middle buttons on both consoles and it fully turns on your console, not from sleep, from fully off. You can't do it. Once this fully turns off, it turns into like a proper tablet. So the only way you turn it back on, not by pressing this button here, you gotta then get up again, chat. I know, crazy, right? I know people meme about this. But I'm actually not. It's kind of annoying to have to get up, especially if I'm a streamer. I want everything on at the press of a button. I gotta get up and turn everything on. So yeah, so then once you turn, you gotta get up, you gotta press that button to turn it back on. Once it boots up, then you turn on your Joy-Cons, get to the main menu, and then while this is plugged in, the May Flash, then you turn on your Xbox or your DualShock. See how there's a little bit of but it's still worth it. Even with all that I'm saying, it's still worth it. There's like videos out on YouTube chat. People that, you know, YouTubers who can bother to make videos. I just talk for a living. So you can watch videos on it. I've been testing it for lag. It seems like it's got like 1 to 2 frames. B for back is more logical. B for back is more logical. I mean, no, B for back is more logical. It's just like they do the placement wrong. Yeah, that's a good excuse. I understand. When it's in sleep mode, just dock it. What do you mean? Huh? What? When it's in sleep mode, just dock it? My Switch has been asleep for the past 2 days and docked. No, I'm not saying you have to power it off. I'm just saying it's like an OCD thing for me where I'm like, I've got to power this thing off. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I'm saying you can totally leave it in sleep all the time. It seems like it's got no battery draw. But I just like want the option to power off my console. I have wired third-party controller for the extra triggers, so all my fingers do this something while gaming. The extra triggers are on the handles. What, you got like a scuff controller or something? Hardcore Nintendo fans have the GameCube controller. I mean, only for Smash though. I used to love those games. Damn. What games? Oh, the Mario and Sonic Olympics. Yeah. Oh, one of the main things I ain't talked about. Maybe I should talk about this. All right, hold on. Have we covered everything? Wow, sending out those DMs. How dare you? What would love it? Okay, what we're gonna do here? I'm gonna talk about the last thing. Hold on. I'm going to talk about one last thing and then we're going to play video games. Does that sound like a one? Okay, we're going to talk about the UI and stuff for Switch and then we're going to get into video games. I think I've covered everything, right? Any other questions or anything? We're going to talk about like the online and the UI and let me go here. Hold on. Professional broadcaster. All right, let me go here. All right, here. Hold on. All right, chat. Do you see the console? You see the console, right? Okay. So let's talk about the UI and stuff. Like, it's very bare bones. But oh my days, it works. It just functions and it just works. Like, they need folders and they need themes. Come on, Nintendo. What are you doing? Bring out folders and themes. Because like but it's even quicker than the PlayStation UI. Like, it's like, you know, if anybody's used the Xbox UI, you're like, oh my days, this is awful because it's so slow, right? Yeah, the UI just works. It's just so good. Certain things it does better even than PlayStation. So okay, the console isn't region locked anymore. So that means every major console manufacturer doesn't region lock their games for. So for us as gamers, that's brilliant. That means you can import games from any region you want and it will totally play on your Switch. So what people used to do on Xbox and what people do on PlayStation is, for us hardcore nerds that want to get like games from different regions that are exclusive to other regions, like Japan, most of the times they get games that are exclusive to their region. What you do is you make a Japanese account, right? You make a Japanese account and then you buy the games on your Japanese account and then you go back to your UK or USA account and you play them on that account, right? Like, this is the process I'm sure all of us do, either if you want to get better game deals or either if you want to get like exclusive locked for content, because certain games have weird licensing agreements and they can only be released in certain regions, yada yada. So like, I've got multiple accounts on my PlayStation, so I have to, like, for PlayStation, what I'd have to do is I would have to back out, go into that like my Japan account, download or purchase whatever I want, and then log out of my Japanese account, come back to my normal account and play it in my normal account so I get the trophies and everything. It's even easier here. Basically, I got 2 accounts here. I've made one for like everybody in the house that can use, and I got my main account, but they're also in different regions because I'm purchasing stuff off of 2 free regions, right? When you boot up a game, at the beginning of booting up a game, it just says, wait, does it say here? It would just say straight here, like, what account you want to use. So for certain functions, they've made it even easier than PlayStation. And I thought PlayStation did it slick. So it's even easier. Obviously, like, the downside, like, Nintendo still hasn't got trophy system. They still haven't got like the friend system. Is just weird because it's friend code and all that. I can understand why they did it, like because this console Nintendo brand is kind of focused toward kids. They want to keep the kids safe, yada yada. Chat, you know how often I get sent friend requests from like pervy off people that basically got porn adverts in their like profile name, and I'm literally reporting as a streamer. I'm reporting 2 accounts a week to PlayStation, and it banned like because I obviously being a streamer and all that, like I got like a few links at PlayStation. I also want to keep like PlayStation Network safe, right? So if I see anything like that, I like instantly report it. It happens to me all the time, so I can kind of understand why they've done it, because you don't want your kids seeing that kind of stuff, right? It's filthy, disgusting. Like what the hell? Like there's all kinds of weird. Like remember when Xbox was about and people like when the webcam for Xbox first came out last gen and people were taking pictures of their private parts and used them as their like profile pictures. So you can kind of understand why they've done it, but it's also kind of jank if you want to like play with your friends. You gotta get friend codes and go through all that. They still haven't got a trophy system. There's certain stuff that they're lacking behind. But yeah, going on the regions and the making accounts for because the console is not region locked, the cart slot is not region locked, even the stores are not region locked. So what you do is you go to Nintendo on their site. You go to accounts.nintendo, whatever. As soon as you try to make an account on the system, it'll tell you all you need is an email. You need a new email, and which is easy and free to make. You go on the site. You make your name. You put in your email, and it says what region are you from. It's so simple to do. It's ridiculous. It's like they wanted you to do it, chat. It will say what region you from. So if you're from Japan, or you just want to buy, let's say, air quotes, you want to buy Japanese games, or you want to get the Japanese cool demos that are exclusive to the Japanese store, it will say what region you are from. You put Japan. So then what you do is you come to your Switch and you make a. I don't want to go into settings because, like, you know how PlayStation everything makes it where they know people are going to stream their consoles. So they make it certain stuff is hidden. If I go in here, you're going to see more IP address and everything. So I don't want to go in there. But in settings, there's like make a new user. So you make a new user and then you link that user account to your account that you created online. It's super easy to do. If anything, there's like a video. I should like just post it. So all you do is basically select what region you're. It's even easier to do on PlayStation, because on PlayStation you'd have to like make an address up, like or like have a real address in the other country. You don't make up addresses. Like you would say, oh, this is my address. You would have to find the postcode and everything. Here, it's super simple. You just say what region. And whatever region you put, that's what region that account is. So if I want to go into Nintendo eShop now, if I go in through this account, it's in the USA region. If I go in through this account, it's going to be in the UK region. I just don't have time. I'm going to have another one. It's going to be in the Japan region. So as soon as I click on the store, it's going to say, okay, I thought it was going to boot in. It's going to say which account. And each account is on different regions. So they make it even easier. There is something else you can do. You can change your main account's region, right? You can change your main account's region to whatever region you want and then buy stuff from the store. The reason you don't do that is, told you, Chai, I've been doing research. The reason you don't do that is because if you've got any money in your wallet, when you transfer regions, you lose all your money. So this is why you don't want to have one account and just keep changing the region of your one account to get into those stores. That makes sense, because Nintendo has done this little thing weird where if you do that and you've got money in your wallet, you'll lose your money. So the better way to do it is just make an account for each region. Most of you are probably going to make one for EU, USA, and Japan, because those are the 3 big regions that have like cool games and stuff, or exclusive games. So then you're like, oh, I'm worried. Oh yeah, but I bought something from the America store, the Japan store, but I want to play on my main account. First of all, it doesn't really matter if you want to play on your main account, because they haven't got like a point system or anything, or trophies or whatever. So it doesn't really matter, right? But let's say you're like, oh, all my friend codes or all my friends are on this main account. That's totally fine. All you do is you buy it off of the other account, you install it, and then there's an option in the settings to say, oh, is this my main console? For each account, it'll say, is this your secondary console or is this your main console? If you make it your main console, basically that means everybody on this system has access to the software you bought. So let's say this account bought 10 games and it's also said, no, this is my main Switch. It then means any other user on this console can get access to his games, and vice versa. You buy stuff with this account and then you play on this account. It's like super easy. Or in this sense is, if you're going to get a giveaway that is exclusive to the Nintendo for America, you redeem it on this account. You log into this account store, go redeem, make sure you're in USA account, and then you go back and play on this account. So me and JT, I think, was speaking where I haven't had a chance to do it because I've been so busy. I've been trying to like go through all this because I want to give you a lot of like, you know, tell you everything. The Japanese store has some exclusive cool demos, I think somebody was saying. So I've got to do that. But obviously if you go to the Japanese store, I think it's going to be in Japanese. I just haven't had time. I don't know how, like, Nintendo is probably gonna be like, oh no, you shouldn't do this, it's poo, but they haven't blocked it, and like, you know, it's like there's a few like loops and stuff you have to jump through for every region. Like if you live in Europe and you try to buy something off the Nintendo shop that is in America, you can't use your European card in your American store. Same thing with America. If you live in America, you can't use your EU card because they won't let you. So the way around that is you just basically buy eShop points from Amazon, because Amazon sells points for every region. You just make sure when you're buying those points, they're like lost track of my thought. They basically, you buy points for that region. So when you buy points, it'll be like American eShop or European eShop or Japanese eShop. Some people use that as a way to get better deals, you know, because not only have you got Nintendo tax for all my Europeans, you got European tax as well, because games are more expensive in in Europe. So, you know, if you're in Europe, this is going to be even more expensive for you. You got Nintendo tax on top of Europe tax. And if you're in Britain, you got on top of that, you got the sterling tax as well, because it ramps up. A lot of people just like use the like USA account for their main, just to buy stuff. Like every console manufacturer now lets you do it, because every console is now region free. None of them officially say that they let you do it, but they don't stop you. But the reason they do it is, like, let's say for FIFA, for example, FIFA would have music licensing agreement with these publishers in America, and soon as this music comes over to Europe, there's different licensing agreements. So they have to sign different agreements, yada yada. So for them, it's a headache, right? So they license a product to be released in a certain region, and that license only covers it there. So that's why they say to officially, air quotes, they want you to buy it in that region. Also, like, each region wants to boast its sales, right? I want to say, no, my European division did better than my American division. Oh, look how many games we sold. So for like marketing stuff and for licensing stuff, they want you to stick to their store. But it's your money as long as you're buying it legitly. You know, if anything, it's even easier to do it on this than any other console. It's easier to do it than PlayStation or Xbox. With PlayStation and Xbox, you have to enter like the address info for American regions. Oh, my voice is starting to hurt. I've been talking so much now. For Nintendo, you don't. They make it even easier. So as long as, you know, it's your own money, you legitimately bought it, do what you want. Professional broadcaster. All right, see, this is so if I hold the home button down, this is the only two options that come up. And if you hold the power button down, you'll also get a reset and you'll get a power off option. But you have to hold the power button. But if you're playing in docked mode, it's a pain in the backside because you have to get up and go press the button on the dock. Woo! We're done. Stream's over. Appreciate every single one of you. Okay, now I'm going to turn on a light. I'm going to go clear my throat. And then we're going to play some video games. What games? Okay, so this is... If you got anything else to ask. I see you have 2 accounts. I do have 2 accounts. I've got to make another account. Let me see. Can you only win it? So yeah, that's why you were saying, oh, can you only win it with a USA account? No, totally. You can win it in any account. Because if I can make a new account, I won't have online anymore. Can see. I see you have 2 accounts. What's your friend code? No, I'm giving my friend code at the moment, Jay. I got a few of them as well. I think everybody does that at this point. Chat. I used to have, on my PlayStation 3, I used to have a Japanese account because my Japanese account had all my cool demos. They won't block it because it makes them cash. There you go. Will you get smashed? At this point, I'm broke. I spent so much money on this thing. Chat, can somebody donate me Smash? Okay? Chat, donate me Smash. Probably. Like, chat, I just, like, okay, my bank is like, chat, I'm coming up 500 at the moment. And I'm literally looking at, like, oh, I want to buy this. I want to buy this. Because the system is, like, highly collectible. Like, that's one thing that they've done very well. Like they made it highly collectible. So, yo, what's going on? Up yours? Family friendly stream chat. Hope you are. So yeah, probably, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the light. I'm going to. Oh, okay. What are we gonna play? Hold on, chat. Hold on. Okay, what are we covering today? We're gonna cover Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. We're gonna cover Farming Simulator 20. We're gonna cover Starlink, and we're gonna cover South Park. It's like a good example for day one of what we're gonna cover. So we're gonna do third-party games today, ports today. We're gonna do indie games probably tomorrow. More ports on Tuesday, and then Wednesday or Thursday we'll do first-party stuff. That like sound like a good plan? Because I've got like 15, 20 games to cover. And then we're gonna like. Anybody who wants to enter the giveaway, I'll be taking down names. We're probably gonna draw them in Discord, yada yada, etiquette. So, chat, if you missed this beginning of a stream and you have any interest in Switch, I'm gonna cut up all these videos and put them into sections. But I dropped a ton of information. If there's anything you need, like, oh, what's the links for the product you talked about? Just tell me. I'll post it in the Discord. Etiquette, yada yada. All right, stay right there. Give me 30 seconds. So what you reckon, chat? Was that a good, thorough, in-depth pro streamer? Knows the best streamer, like in-depth look? What you reckon? I go here. My Xbox controller turned off, so I gotta go through all this jank stuff. Hold on. Yeah, my main disappointment, like obviously those things I said with the Switch, but is my Louis V case, chat, aka the Mario Edition Limited Edition. It smells of chemicals. It smells of chemicals. I can't believe it. Have you played it in tablet mode yet? I have. I've tested everything. Chat, don't forget to hit the like and retweet that we're live, okay? I'd appreciate it very much. It does help, okay? If you're new to the stream, don't forget to hit the follow button. I'd appreciate it very much. My name is Babs, Caster. We're going to be doing Switch streams all throughout next week.